Alright, we're gonna do a tier list today. We're gonna start out a little bit different. We've been enjoying 2xHalo recently, so we're gonna figure out what roles different characters in League would play. And when we figured out all the roles, we're gonna start throwing characters out. And I think we're gonna start by narrowing down to 10, if there is 10 in each category. And then we're gonna narrow down to 3 or something, but we're gonna figure it out. It should be a good time, and welcome in. Congrats to Reaps on getting first. Also, we have new redeems. Some fun ones, I think. I encourage you to check them out. But let's get right into it. First guy we have is the big boy Aatrox. This fucker right here. He's a big guy, big sword. I like the scheme of a fighting game. I think he fits like the niche that is like all-rounder. He kind of does everything. He kind of reminds of a character like Darius, so let's just slap him an all-rounder immediately. Big scary guy. Big sword. I'm also currently eating a burger, so that might be what you can hear. Thank you for the hydrate, Reaps. Alright. Aatrox, all-rounder, fan favorite. Big guy indeed. Akali. I think Akali's gonna be like a rushdown characters, a lot of fast movement, a lot of little moves. We're not gonna look at Ahri because Ahri's already in the game. Poster child for the fucking game at this point. Damn, okay. Reaps. Lethal injection, I see how it is. But yeah, definitely like a rushdown character type of deal. Akshan though. I think Akshan is going to be a sonar. He has a grappling hook. He throws out a little boomerang. He goes invisible. I mean, this has all the things of a sonar right here. Oh, not weird, but sonar. Alright, what do we have next? Next up we have Alistair. We're going to go through these quite fast because there's a lot of characters to go through. Big boy. I think Alistair either falls into all-rounder or grappler tier. I say grappler because trample only, because he has this little punch where he stuns. But I think we're gonna chug him in an all-rounder. Alright, who do we have next? Ambessa. Fighter assassin. A lot of dashes here. A lot of dashes. This has to be a rushdown character. I mean, it just has to be. It's that simple. What do we have next? Amumu. I think Amumu's a grappler. He's a weird one, but I think he's a grappler. I think he falls more in the grappler category than the weird category. A little bit of a weird grappler because you got range, making it kind of interesting. I mean, I can already tell you where Anivia is going to end. Anivia is going to end up in Sonar. Bro literally has a wall. I mean, come on. This is a Sonar if I've ever seen one. Slow fields, stuns. This is Sonar. Annie. So, I think Annie falls in the weird category. Because I think Annie falls in the, like... like the puppet character. Yeah, puppet character for sure. So I think Annie falls in the weird category. Weird. Aphelios. Not really much question. He has a bunch of weapons. I mean, he has a bunch of weapons, a bunch of combinations. He's gonna fall in Sans character. 100%. Ashe, Sonar, if anything. I don't really see her fitting in the game, but Sonar. All her shit is literally about keeping people away. Asol. So there has been characters in games that are like huge, or you can only like hit their torso because they're like they take up the whole screen. But Asol also plays like a Sonar. Like he wants to keep you away. So I think he just ends in the Sonar category. What do we have next? Aurora. Does little teleports. Has a projectile. Goes invisible. So it's like maneuverability. What's this do? Little stacking thing. I don't know. I think Aurora falls in the all-rounder category. Like there's a projectile there, there's a little dash, there's a couple little easy things. Alright, what do we have next? A Seer falls in the weird category. This is a puppeteer if I've ever seen one. Cool as shit. But just gonna fall in the weird category. Bard. Bard is gonna be a Sonar, I'm pretty sure. More so than weird. His kit is very weird. Yeah, I think I'm gonna place our boy Bard in the Sonar category. Or maybe he falls in all-rounder, actually. Nah, he falls in... He has to be Sonar or weird. Asphyxiation, okay. Damn, okay. I see how it is. Sonar. I'm gonna call him a Sonar. Belveth. Now, this is a rushdown character if I've ever seen one. Dashes for days. Knockups. Super armor. Like, I install super. This is a rushdown character. Brand, I'm gonna tell you, is gonna land in Sonar already. Cast spells, keep people away. Be an asshole. Yeah. The ult could be cool. Having a projectile that bounces between you and the opponent. Kinda cool idea. Not really seen before. Also, it's just projectiles. Do like a bonus effect if you've hit a projectile already. You can get a bonus effect after. That seems pretty cool. Yeah, Brandon's gonna be a Sonar. Briar, definition of a rushdown character. Dashes in on you. Super armor. Punches you in the face a bunch. Yeah. Just need to give him Fire Fist and he'd be a brawler mage. Yeah, I see what you mean, but he just reads as a Sonar character to me. Like 100%. Yeah. No, Briar. Yeah, Briar ends up as a rushdown. Caitlyn ends up as a sonar because sniper rifle. Their whole gimmick is legitimately just to stay away from the opponent. Set out traps. Yeah, this is a sonar. Because we have such a large amount of ranged characters in League, means that we're gonna have a ton of sonars in here. Camille though. Camille. Dashes. Uppercuts. A sweep. This reads as Shoto to me. If you don't know what a Shoto is, think of Ryu and Ken. Like they both have the same core moveset, which is a fireball, a uppercut, and a Tatsu. And she doesn't have a fireball, but she has a sweep, a uppercut, and a dash instead. This is a Shoto with a little extra spice. Cassiopeia. This is a sonar. Keep fuckers away. This is a sonar. Cho'Gath. Now, Cho'Gath is a big guy. Just a big dude. He gets bigger every time he uses his super or some shit. Maybe it's like a scaling damage boost over rounds. If he kills... Oh, actually, you could just... If he kills an opponent with the super, he gains size and damage. That could be kind of cool. I think it puts him in the... Like... The grappler category, though. Yeah, I can see him being a grappler. More so than weird. I think it's going to have weird mechanics, but I don't think he's going to be, like, full-on weird like these two. Corgi! You're a sonar, my dude. Corgi's a sonar for sure. I mean... Does everything to keep his opponent away. This is a sonar. Ladies and gentlemen, we found another fucking sonar. Diana. I think we found another dedicated rushdown character. Just look at this E. That's just a dash. A shield. Yeah, the ultimate could be really cool. Like a confirm, if you hit something, you get another dash. Yeah. Rushdown. Mundo. Now, Mundo's an all-rounder or a grappler, but I think he falls more into the category like Darius. I think he's going to play more like that. With his projectile. He could also be a Shoto, actually. Like a big Shoto. That could be kind of interesting. Treat his E. Let's take a look at his moves right quick. Like if we treat the E, the blunt force trauma, if we treat that as an uppercut, that could be kind of fun. With an install super. Yeah, we have a fireball. We have an uppercut. Yeah, this is a Shoto. I've convinced myself. This is weird. Draven. Draven, I wanna call a sonar, right? But I don't think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna play more like a rushdown champion, because in the bot lane where he's like most prevalent, he's kind of known for just like beating your ass if you step out of line. I think he's gonna play like a rushdown character more than anything, which I think could be kind of cool, honestly. Like a ranged rushdown character. Also, he has axes. He could just swing those axes in melee range. Swing him, do a little bit of flare. Like throw him at people in the air, like anti-airs and shit like that. That could be kind of cool. I think he's gonna play more like a rushdown character than a sonar. At least we have found our first stance character. I mean, it's very simple. At least has two forms. The human form and the spider form. This is a stance character. But yeah, swing the oh no. Okay. Swing the axis on Draven could be cool. Evelyn runs in, does a fuck ton of damage, teleports out. It's gonna be fine. This is a rushdown character. Yeah. Get this dolphin out of here. Ezreal's gonna be a sonar, 100%. I mean, he shoots projectiles, he teleports. Yeah, that's. I mean, it's a sonar. It's sonar 101. He's also a poster boy. Fiddlesticks. I want to put Fiddlesticks in the weird category because the fear mechanic's gonna be cool. Like fearing people, making people run away. Could be really cool. He also does he does clones in a weird way where they trick you into doing a move, or it makes a move that kind of tricks you. So he plays around with illusions. That's gonna be a weird character. It's gonna be cool. Also, one of the best redesigns in League history, if not the best. Like look at this thing. Like he's kind of gonna be like the Faust of the game if you know about Guilty Gear. I could see that happening. Yeah, that might be cool. Alright. What do we have next? Fiora. I think Fiora screams all-rounder to me. All-rounder, yeah, all-rounder or Shoto. I mean, I think it just screams all-rounder to me. Like, it's generic as all hell. Fiora goes in all-rounder. Alright. What else we have? Fizz. Fizz is like a little trickster. He does little teleports, he does weird shit. Well, not teleports, but he jumps on the little spear. I think Fizz goes in rushdown because of the sheer amount of dashes and like slippery shit. Dolphin, get out of here. Like, yeah. This makes a lot of sense to me. Now, Galio, my boy. Galio. This could be interpreted as a grab. The E, the dash. Justice Punch. Could be interpreted as a command grab. And so could Shield of Durand. I think Galio's a grappler, my dudes. Gangplank, Pirate Bro. He sets up barrels. So I think he has a fireball, has a heal. That's gotta be problematic. Yo, they still have the old Swain showing off shit? Whoa, okay. He's the less cool version of Samira. Huh. I don't see it that way at all. Because I think Samira's going to be a rushdown character. And I think this is more of a sonar. I see, like, comboing with barrels could be cool. I can see that being really cool. Like, Samira combos with knockups. But I think it's going to be more like a set up a barrel and then knock the other guy up and continue like your combo with a barrel. Excuse me. I think he's gonna end in weird or sonar. I think he ends in sonar. He could also land in all-rounder, actually. He has some pretty generic tools. Yeah, let's put him in all-rounder. Speaking of all-rounders, have Garen. I mean, it's just Darius, but boring. I mean, it's just Darius, but boring. Gnar, stance character. We have tiny form and big form. Alright. I don't think there's much to be said here. I mean, this is just a stance character. 100%. Like, look, he gets big. Could also be an install. But I think it's going to be more fun, and there's going to be more to play with if he's a stance character. So let's go with that. Gragas. Gragas is a big boy. You get some drinking mechanics. Actually, that might be cool. The more he drinks, the better he gets. Like, power up his moves depending on how drunk he is. That could be kind of fun. That would also put him in the weird category. Also, you could set up weird combo with that exploding barrel. Given like a drink meter of how drunk he is. Because I know Blitzcrank has a like heat meter almost. Like the more steam he builds, he empowers some moves. You could do the same thing for Gragas. Like the drugger he is, the better. Or the less damage he takes or something. You could do something like that. Damn, we're just doing 2x KO's job for him. Graves is the most all-rounder character I've ever done seen. Yeah, he has projectile, another projectile, a dash, and a bigger projectile. This is essentially just the super version of the first one. That's just projectile and the super. Gwendo. Gwen has to be a rushdown character, right? But there's dodging mechanics, there's dash mechanics. There's the combos with the needles. Yeah, this has to be a rushdown character. It looks like we're gonna have a lot of sonars and a lot of rushdown. But I think that's just the essence. Oh! That's a big boy. That's a horse. It's a literal horse. He's gonna run you down, literally. How do we deal with that? What do we call that? Bro's a horse. How do we justify that? How do we make that make sense in any way at all? Because I think he can go in all-rounder or rushdown. I think we're putting him in rushdown. That's what his gameplay is like. I just run at people. Heimerdinger's his owner. There's no doubt about it. But it's turrets. So I guess he could fall in the weird category because he doesn't really have like traditional projectiles. Well, he does, but he gotta set up the turrets to actually get a benefit. So set up turrets, fire off some other things, hope you hit with those things to actually get damage. Yeah, that's a weird character. That's not a sonar. Well, it is a sonar, but it's a weird sonar. So it's like a hybrid thing. Wei is a stance character or a weird character. But I think it falls into the category of stance, because every time he selects an ability, he gets 3 options, right? So that could be just considered a stance. Where's a stance character? Aurelia is a rushdown character, we know this, we don't even need to look at that. Iron's a weird character, that's 100% sure. Bros out here with Daisy. Janna. Janna's a sonar. Janna has the tornado that she sends out. Gets the shit out there. Knocks up. Knock away. Yeah, that's a sonar. I think Jarvan could be a all-rounder. I can see the Q being an uppercut. And then the EQ being like an empowered version. Yeah. Jax is the most all-rounder there ever was. Stance. Jin's a sonar that needs to count. Jonar, that's a reload mechanic too. That's weird. That's a weird guy. Kai'Sa, either rushdown or sonar. I think Kai'Sa kind of ends in the same category as Draven. Where a lot of her kit is based on being aggressive and being somewhat close. A lot of teleports and movement too. Kalista ends in the weird category because you gotta stack up shit to deal damage. Like it falls somewhere in between weird and sonar. Because the more you hit with Kalista, the more damage you deal, right? Karma's is straight up sonar. Karthus, again, straight up sonar. I see Kassadin as a rushdown character. He teleports on you. Same thing with what's her face? Katarina. Kayle I see as a all-rounder with an install super. Kane's a stance character, but like a weird one where you gotta choose and dedicate to a stance each round. That could be kind of cool. Kennen's rushdown. Kha'Zix's rushdown. Kindred's weird. You gotta maneuver that wolf as well, so it's kind of a puppet character. Kled is a stance character. Because he has with or without skull. Cockmoss is sonar if I've ever seen anything. Casante's a grappler. Yeah. Casante has to be a grappler. He's too big not to be. LeBlanc. Is LeBlanc a weird character or a rushdown character? I think it's a weird character. Does teleports and clones and shit. Makes it hard to control. He does technically have 2 forms, but I see that as an install super. Like a super where he gets better. Where his grapples go from grappling to like just being normal hits. He does have 2 forms, but so does Mbessa. Kind of. I see what you mean though. Right, it's not enough that it's a stance character. It's an install super. It's not a stance per se. Lee Sin, welcome to the all rounders, my guy. Leona. Leona's a fucking grappler, and I don't care what you say. She leaps onto you and holds you down. That's a grappler. Kind of like Manon in Street Fighter 6, I would say. fuck am I gonna do with Lilia? What are you, Lilia? Okay, let's take a look at Lilia here. Lilia. The fuck do you do? You get more movement speed when you hit shit. You leap onto things, you have a projectile. Could Lilia be a Shoto? And just have the sleeping thing be like a super or ultimate? So we called this one like the uppercut type of deal, but it's in reverse. Like it's a big overhead instead. I think Lilia falls in like all-rounder or Shoto. Put her at all-rounder. Lysandra has to be a Sonar. Lucian kinda has to be a Sonar too, right? Try to keep you away at all times. But also kinda does the same thing as Draven and Kai'Sa. But I would say to a slightly less extent. I don't know. I see him more as a Sonar than I see the two others, I think. Lulu! Lulu is something. For sure. Oh shit, more? Welcome in. How the hell are we today? Thank you for the raid, it's much appreciated. Did you see all the Nintendo? Did you Nintendo all the things? Do all the Nintendo stuff? I don't know why my raid thing didn't pop, which is kind of weird, but hey, here we are. I need to set up some more stuff, I see. You Nintendo'd all over the place, that's good to hear. Well, welcome in. We are figuring out who on the entire League cast fits where, and then we're gonna narrow it down to who the fuck we actually want to put in the game. So far, we have a lot. Set, you want Set in the game? Set's gonna be a grappler, I'm pretty sure. But we're just gonna go from the top. Lux is a Sonar. She keeps people away, she stuns them, throws a little light shit. He shoots. Malphite, that's a grappler. Big boy. Actually, Set might be a Shoto. I'm gonna put Malza in the weird category. He summons minions, and minions are always like a weird thing in fighting games. So let's put him there, that's probably fun. We do have new redeems today. And new executions. So remember to get your remember to get your executions and stay hydrated and do all the good stuff. He seems like he'd be like Vi, a grappler with some a brawler with some grappling moves. Hell yeah! Well, that's what most grapplers are. I think he's more of a Shoto though. Shoto like a Ken or Maokai's an all-rounder. He has big punch and a projectile. I think Set is gonna land more like. Hell yeah, see you around more. Lovely having you, and thank you for the raid. Yi's a rushdown. He teleports, he does a million attacks. That's a rushdown character. Mel is the soniest Sonar I've ever seen. I got to play her recently, and I'm like, yep, that's a Sonar, alright. Milio, also a Sonar. Keeps people away, doesn't want to get close to anybody. Misfortune got big ol' yitties. But ends as a Sonar. Because what the fuck else is she gonna do? Mordekaiser. That's an all-rounder if I ever seen one. I don't think he's a grappler. He does have the pull, but so does Darius, and Darius is also in the all-rounder category. I don't think he's a dedicated grappler. Morgana, you're a sonar. Neferi, you're a rushdown. You have dashes, you have dogs. You're a weird fish chick, you're a sonar. Nasus, you're an all-rounder. Nautilus, you're a grappler. Nico, you're weird. Like you could like steal moveset from other players and shit. There's a lot of fighting game characters that does that kind of stuff. We can see that. Stan's character. We have less Shotos and grapplers than I thought. Very predictably, we have a fuck ton of sonars, but that's not really surprising. Neela, rushdown. Same thing with Nocturne. Hey, did you guys know we have a Discord? That's where all the cool kids hang out. I can also see Nunu and Willem being a grappler. Yeah, check out the Discord. We're gonna watch movies on Saturday. Should be a good time. Ooh, I wanna put good old Olaf in the all-rounder because he can kind of do it all. Oriana, that's a weird character. You gotta control the fucking ball. Ornn, all-rounder. Pantheon, I can see this being a Shoto. Have the spears and like a uppercut. He has a dash. Yeah, I can see this. I see it. Poppy, welcome to the all-round category. You have hammer, you chill. I see Pyke as a rushdown character. He jumps in, he flips you around, he goes crazy. I see Kiana the same way. Quinn I see as a all-rounder. Because there's a lot of melee aspects of Quinn. Like that E, the bird. I think Quinn is pseudo-melee. Rakan. Here's the thing. What I actually think is gonna happen is if we put Rakan in the game, he's gonna end right here because he's gonna be next to Saya, and we're gonna get like a Stan's character where you switch in between Saya and Rakan. Like in one character. I think we're gonna get Saya and Rakan as a character. Like not as two separate ones, but as one. I think that could be fun. That's what I'm seeing at least. Rammus. You're a big guy, you're generic as fuck. This could be a Shoto that pop out of the ground. Could be a DP. There's a fireball there. There's a Tatsu with the Q. Yeah, I can see it. Rail, that's a Stan's character. Switching in between armor form and horse form. Renata. What is Renata? A sonar? Yeah, probably a sonar. That's a gun. That's a sonar. Renekton, rushdown. That's what you do. Rengar, rushdown. Riven, rushdown. Rumble, we're gonna put in the weird category because you gotta manage that heat meter. Rise is a sonar. Samira is a rushdown character. Sichuani is a all-rounder. Senna is a sonar. Seraphim is a sonar. Set is a grappler. Or a Shoto. I think he's a Shoto. Because that QQ is a double uppercut. The W is a big projectile. The E is a grapple. Yeah, this is just a Shoto.
Shaco, weird, probably racist. Shen, all-rounder. Shyvana, stance character. We pop in between Dragon and Not. Singed is a weird character. You're gonna leave poison trails. Or he's a grappler. Actually, I like him better as a grappler. Like command grabs into sticky shit. I can see that. That'd be fun. Scion, that's just a big dude. That's an all-rounder. Sivir, that's a sonar. Skana, that's a big dude. I think Skana ends in the all-rounder category. Oh, actually, no, he's a grappler. He's a scorpion. He picks up shit all the time. Smolder is a sonar. Sona is a sonar. Big surprise there. Soraka is a sonar. I mean, the whole thing is that we need to keep identity, right? I see Swain as an all-round character, actually. But we can use the little demon in his pocket, right? To say... We can do some melee attack with that red spirit with the ravens and shit. I think he falls into all-round category more so. I think Silas is the same. I think he falls into all-rounder category as well with the chains. It'd be cool. He's very much like Darius. Syndra, you're a sonar. Tom Kench is a grappler if I've ever seen one. Grabs you with the tongue, busts out from underneath. I see it. Talia is gonna be weird because you gotta play around with like the little dirt pillars around. Talon is a rushdown character. Tarek is a all-rounder. Teemo sets up traps. That's a weird character. Thresh is a grappler. Tristana is a... It's gonna fall in rushdown. Trundle is a all-rounder. Tryndamere is a rushdown. Twisted Fate falls in weird because depending on what cards you draw, different effects happen. Twitch is a sonar. Udyr is a rushdown or all-rounder. I think he's more of an all-rounder though. No, actually he's a stance character. What the fuck am I talking about? Bro, it literally has 4 stances. Urgot, though, is a grappler. Varus is a sonar. Vayne falls into that weird ranged rushdown category. You have a baby cage who falls into sonar. Big Eye, that's sonar. I think this is a weird spellcaster rushdown. I think we're gonna put Viego in all-rounder, actually. He could fall in sonar. No, not sonar, rushdown. But he's not. This is a sonar. Vladimir is weird. You gotta have like a blood meter for Vladimir. You gotta build and like change, and he goes like untouchable for a while. Yeah, no, this is a weird. Volibear. Now that's an all-rounder. Now this Warwick, that's a rushdown character right there. Same thing with Wukong. Sereth is the quintessential sonar. Shinzao is a Shoto. He has an uppercut. He has a pseudo projectile. Yeah, I like it. Yasuo is already in the game. Yone is a rushdown character. Yorick's a weird. You gotta maneuver minions. Yunara is a rushdown, even though ranged. It's gonna be weird. The cat is weird. It's a fucking cat. Sack is a grappler. Set is a rushdown. The Filipino is a sonar. Time. Time is weird. This falls into sonar category. And last but not least, Saya falls into weird because who the fuck wants to deal with plant minions? Okay. So I think we're gonna pause it for now. And then return to it later. After we've actually played some of the game. Maybe we get some new games while we're trying out some combos and shit. It should be good fun, you know? Should be good fun. Alright. Well, let's get into it. Shall we? How's everybody doing today? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good. We did some rush down on those characters, didn't we? Ain't nothing wrong with that, though. Alright. Let's actually play some 2x KO. I think we're gonna give our boy Blitzcrank a shot today. I think that's the move today. A little Blitzcrank action. Also, I really like the soundtrack of the game, so we're just gonna roll with that.